When you think of ancient empires, you probably picture Egypt's pyramids or Rome's legions. Their stories feel complete, carved in stone. But what if a massive chapter of human history has been missing this whole time? I'm talking about a civilization in the Americas, one of the earliest and most advanced on Earth. They built sprawling cities in total isolation, and then, according to the old story, they simply vanished. For millennia, their successor city, a place holding the keys to ancient mysteries, was nothing more than a ghost, buried in the Peruvian desert. Well, after 8 painstaking years of digging, that silence has been broken. For the first time, the world is meeting Peico. To really get Peico, we need to rewind the clock 5,000 years to Peru's Super Valley. At the exact same time the Egyptians were building their pyramids, a civilization we now call Caral was booming. They were the America's oldest known civilization, architectural pioneers who built huge urban centers with grand plazas and towering pyramids, all without the influence of other cultures. For over 1,000 years they thrived in relative peace, with no signs of warfare found in their cities. But around 1800 BC, something went terribly wrong. Archaeologists now believe a dramatic shift in climate, a devastating period of droughts and floods, destabilized their farming society and forced them to find a new way to survive. For generations, historians were stumped. What happened to the people of Caral? Did this foundational American culture just disappear? The answer, it turns out, wasn't collapse. It was resilience, and it was hidden just 12 kilometers away, higher in the hills, at a site that would one day be known as Peico. For decades, if you'd looked at the site of Peico, you'd have just seen some unremarkable rolling hills. But right under the surface, a lost chapter of Andean history was waiting to be read. Starting in 2017, a team led by the legendary archaeologist Dr. Ruth Shady, the same researcher who brought the sacred city of Caral to global attention, began to dig. For 8 years, they meticulously peeled back layers of earth and time. Then, in July of 2025, they unveiled their discovery to the world. What they found wasn't just a settlement, but a sophisticated 3,800-year-old urban center born from the ashes of its ancestor and perfectly adapted to a harsher world. Its location was a stroke of genius. Perched on a natural terrace 600 meters above sea level, the city was deliberately placed to be safe from the floods that likely doomed Caral. Surrounded by protective hills, its monumental architecture was naturally amplified, a testament to its power and permanence. This wasn't just a place to live, it was a statement. The people of Caral hadn't vanished. They had moved, adapted, and built anew, challenging our entire understanding of societal collapse in the ancient Americas. Researchers quickly gave Peico a nickname, the City of Social Integration. While its predecessor, Caral, developed largely on its own, Peico was built for connection. Its strategic location wasn't just for defense, it was the heart of a vast and complex trade network. Evidence shows Peico was a bustling hub that linked communities from the Pacific coast, the highland valleys, the high Andes, and even the distant Amazon rainforest. So what powered this thriving city? Advanced irrigation and a booming trade in valuable resources. One of the most important was hematite, an iron mineral used to create a vibrant red pigment. This color wasn't just for decoration, it held deep symbolic value in Andean cosmology, and controlling its trade may have been a major source of Peico's power. The city was a true melting pot. Excavations have unearthed spondylus shells from warm coastal waters, precious minerals from the mountains, and even art inspired by Amazonian animals like monkeys. Peico was where the ancient world of the Americas met to trade, share, and build a new future. Drone imagery and years of careful digging have revealed a highly organized city with 18 monumental structures identified so far. It's a mix of homes, public buildings, and grand ceremonial temples, all connected by a sophisticated urban plan. At its heart lies a circular plaza, an architectural signature inherited from Corral, designed for public gatherings. But one building has truly captured everyone's imagination, a major public hall now called the Ceremonial Hall of the Pututus. Its walls are covered with incredible reliefs and sculptures depicting Pututus, large conch shells masterfully turned into powerful trumpets. These weren't just musical instruments. The sound of the pututu was used to call meetings over long distances, to announce major events, and to echo through the valley during sacred rituals. The pututu was a symbol of authority and the spiritual heartbeat of the city. This hall was almost certainly the administrative and ideological center of Peico, where leaders made decisions and communed with their gods. Inside these buildings, a treasure trove of artifacts brings Peico to life. Archaeologists have found beautiful, unfired clay sculptures of human and animal figures, intricate necklaces made from seashells and rare minerals, and the stone tools of daily life that speak to a community of artisans and builders. Each artifact helps fill in another piece of the puzzle, revealing a society rich in ritual, art, and connection. The discovery of Peico is a game changer. It doesn't just add a new pin to the map of ancient Peru, it rewrites a key chapter in the story of civilization in the Americas. For so long, the narrative of many ancient societies was one of mysterious, sudden collapse. But Peico tells a story of evolution and incredible resilience. The people of Carroll didn't just give up. They faced an existential crisis from climate change and responded with brilliant ingenuity. They created a new society that was both a continuation of their ancient traditions and a clever adaptation to new challenges. Peico is the bridge, filling the historical gap between the decline of the first great Andean civilization and the rise of the cultures that followed. It shows that cultural knowledge, architectural techniques, and social networks weren't lost. They were preserved, passed down, and transformed. The legacy of Corral lived on, echoing in the plazas and temples of this once-lost city. After 8 years of research, Peico has officially been opened to the public, featuring dioramas and digital reconstructions to celebrate its heritage. But even as we start to understand this incredible city, it still holds deep mysteries. What exactly were the rituals performed in the Hall of the Pututus? How far did their powerful hematite trade network really reach? And ultimately, after centuries of thriving in their mountain stronghold, why did the people of Peico eventually leave their great city behind? The answers are still buried, waiting for the next discovery. The story of Peico is a powerful reminder that history isn't just a static record of the past. It's a living, breathing narrative that's still being revealed, challenging what we think we know and inspiring us with the incredible resilience of the human spirit. If you want to join more explorations into ancient mysteries, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. What part of Peico's story do you find most fascinating? Let us know in the comments below.